like we said, we want you to come as you are. Come as you are so that we can start this healing journey. There's no more pretense. Don't go to church and think your pastors will remove the demons. If you are thinking about molesting a child, tell someone about it. Tell someone. You're better off telling someone. Once you tell someone about it, I promise you the devil will run. Whatever it is that is bothering you, thinking about sleeping with your daughters, thinking about sleeping with the dog, thinking about stealing something that doesn't belong to you, thinking about doing things that if they come out in open, you'll be embarrassed. Talk to someone about it. Call us if you don't have anyone to talk to about it. We want you to start your healing process so that we are not passing this demonic attitude or behavior to the next generation, because that's what's going to happen. If you are an angry person, you will hear stories of children telling how their father or fathers abused their mothers and how he destroyed the whole family. And then when you look at the man, you will see that he's a broken man. He probably was abused by his own father. He didn't feel loved. Nobody cared for him. So you have a bunch of broken people making children and passing on the brokenness. And we are saying today is enough. It's enough. Ozugozien in Igbo land, they will say Ozugozien is enough. Please continue to help us to hit the like button. So we're going to look at the significance of embracing authenticity. Authenticity is a profound statement that reverberates through collective fabric of our communities. When we embrace it, it will make us better people. Because if I see that you're white, I know that you're white. The danger will be is when I think that you're white and I come out you're black. A lot of confusion. When we talk about authenticity, I can't even say the word now.
My dear. Authenticity.
Authenticity.
That's nice that we are not in your
When we talk about authenticity, we want to foster a sense of genuine connectionness that will allow us to be seen and heard for who we are. It will help us to serve as a catalyst for personal growth and personal self-discovery. And then when we look at it on a communal level, it is really, really important for building resilient and empathetic societies. Because that's why it's so easy for us to destroy our brothers and sisters. Tinubu will go and sign the biggest contract or whatever, money transfer from the World Bank, and people are burning their sisters and brothers because of cell phones. Because of cell phones. Cell phone that you can get for a minimal amount, but you will go and kill, you allow Tinubu and Buhari and the rest of them to steal huge amount of money, buy houses all over the place, like in Ghana. What is that black guy? That was charged with 27 houses all over the place. And people are dying of hunger. So when individuals feel empowered to be authentic, it sets the stage for open dialogue and a shared understanding of challenges that we face collectively. Authenticity will allow us to have a community that embraces both light and shadow with its members and foster an environment where we can heal and flourish. Again, come as you are. When we embrace authenticity, we will create a world where beauty of everyone contributes to the collective symphony of humanity. We will be singing the same song. You will no longer be worried that someone will come and find you and see that you've been molesting your children. You've been molesting your wives. You've been molesting your neighbors. You've been doing things that if it comes out in the open, you will not be proud of yourself. We are saying there is no judgment. Come as you are, judgment free. Come as you are so that the healing can start. Come as you are so that we can allow you to review those demonic conversations that you're having in a non-judgmental way. So when you come as you are, it's a recognition that everyone, regardless of their struggles or imperfection, that they have a place in this collective endeavor towards renewal and understanding. It will give us an opportunity to enter a space free of shackles or pretense. It will bring vulnerability, scars, and unfiltered selves, and help us to shed societal mask and enter a sanctuary where acceptance reigns supreme. So whatever it is that is causing you to have nightmares, whatever it is that causing you to have anxiety, whatever it is that is causing you to not spend the rest of your days thinking if anybody finds this out, it's going to be bad. It's time for us to tell ourselves the truth, because we don't want to be passing this brokenness to the next generation. Our children are suffering. When you listen to the things that are happening in people's houses, you will be flabbergasted. And sometimes even the mother that knows that the father is abusing her children will tell her children everything, anything that happens in this household stays in this household. She will stop them from sharing with others because she herself is traumatized.
Yes.
So imagine all these people, and then when that child leaves home, imagine the kind of child she will be, and somebody else will marry her, and the problem will start. Imagine if it's a son, somebody else will marry him, and the problem continues. So we're going to look at the importance of creating a safe environment or a safe space for individuals to be themselves. It will encourage us to embrace vulnerability and authenticity without fear of judgment or reprisal. It will provide a refuge where our people can reveal their true selves, share their stories, and express their emotions openly. Especially for us Africans that like to blame the victims. We always want to blame the victims, especially when it comes to our pastors. How can you say that about our pastors, or how can you say that about that uncle? And that is a fear that people will have, because you have this uncle that everybody loves and revered, and this uncle is abusing you. You don't know who to tell. Your mother is so happy that she's getting money from the uncle. She's not paying attention that her child is traumatized whenever this uncle comes by. Nobody's paying attention. And then when people do find that, they are so uncomfortable to discuss it. I've seen a mother curse a child out because the child told the mother that her boyfriend was coming after her. She started calling her daughter B word. You see, we need a lot of healing. Yep. So when we create a safe space, it's crucial for cultivating trust among individuals. We must learn how to tell our little ones on day one that if anybody touches them, start now to create that space. That if anybody touches them, especially your daughters, let me know. Let me know. If I have a school, is the thing I will start from kindergarten to say, if anybody is touching you appropriately, inappropriately at home, let me know. And then explain to them what it means, because they don't know. Children are like brand new computers. They are what you download in them. If you download in them that it's okay for daddy to touch me in a wrong place, they will think it's okay. If you download in them, it's okay for uncles to be sleeping with me. If you download in them that when I go to the pastor to deliver the food that my mother cooked, it's okay for him to eat me and eat the food. That's how it starts. So we need to allow individuals to release emotional burdens, promoting mental and emotional well-being. When we create this safe space, we'll pave the way for personal growth and self-discovery. You provide a fertile ground for exploring our identity, strengths, and area of development without fear of criticism. It will also foster inclusivity by acknowledging and respecting diverse perspective, background, and experience, and dismantle barriers that may exist on societal norms. We should allow individuals to voice their thoughts, concerns, and aspirations freely, leading to a better understanding. Please continue to help us to share. And most importantly, it will create a supportive community where we can actually come up with things that are bothering us, because all these things are the demons that is causing us not to understand what we need to do. How are you going to understand inner strategy when you yourself, your husband is abusing all your 3 daughters, you don't know what to do? How are you going to understand what is being said when your son or your oldest son was caught sleeping with an animal? How are you going to understand? These things are trauma. Traumatic people cannot do anything. Not everybody have that resilience to overcome. Some people just get stuck. Even seeing that picture alone, even thinking about that picture alone will keep you stuck for life. So that's what we're saying once again. Come as you are. It's okay. Don't let the enemy back you to a corner and make it sound like, oh, you're done. Because you did this bad thing, you're done. You're done, you're done, you're done. What we are trying to do is to break that chain so that you don't continue to live in that wickedness or whatever that you're practicing or doing. So there is a strength in unity. Strength is not a solitary force, but an interwoven synergy that emerges when we come together as people. It is a formidable force that transcends when each of us could achieve our personal goals. And then it helps us to foster, grow, or even act like a forest where individuals and trees can strengthen each other by standing together. Because when we understand that it's not just us that is in this situation, it's not just you that has been abused, it's not just you that took something that doesn't belong to you, all we're saying is that we need to break that chain. So the collective strength born from unity is a beautiful and empowering chorus that resonates through shared journey of healing. Once again, we thank our brothers and sisters that are giving people the platforms to talk about things that have happened to them that they were told not to talk about. Trauma, 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 trauma everywhere. So let's look at promise of collective restoration. The promise of collective restoration holds the transformative vision of community rising together from the ashes of shared struggle, emerging stronger, wiser, and even more resilient than before. There are several key aspects of these promises. Collective restoration is a path among community members to uplift and support each other. It allows us to have a shared responsibility for each other's well-being. It allows us to commit to contributing positively to the collective atmosphere. Allows the renewal of cultural and emotional well-being within us. And it will promise a shift from a culture of individualism to one where communal health is prioritized. We always say it on this show that it's all about all of us. We don't want to follow whoever, whatever community or continent that is saying me, myself, and I. It can never be you, yourself, and I. Because anytime something affects you, it will affect the rest of your family. If I die now, even my enemies, it will affect some of them. Because, yeah, they don't talk to me, but maybe they like my hairstyle. Now I'm no longer here. So it's never about you. It's always about all of us. A collective restoration sees healing not as an isolated endeavor, but as a social movement. So the promise lies in collective momentum gained when we join forces to overcome these shared challenges. In shared challenges, we're referring to the abuse, the traumas, everything that has happened that shouldn't have happened, everything that was ignored. Your pastor that you trusted, your daddy Gio that you are working for, all of a sudden he wants to turn you into a side chick. He won't let you marry. He will have an abortion chamber in his church where he's pulling out fetus out of people's vagina or uterus. Trauma, trauma, trauma. And we pass this along. So as each of us flourishes, as we call these things, call them out, put a name to it and begin the healing, the community as a whole will become a thriving ecosystem of people that are well. It will give us a thriving ecosystem of people that are well. And lastly, collective restoration promises the development of a cohesive community identified through shared healing and experience. We are asking people to come as they are. One of the things that we need to do is to accept, to look at acceptance as a guiding principle. Accept what has happened to us. Agree that it has happened to us. Call a thing a thing. We don't want any more trauma. We don't want any more lies. If you're a husband cheating on your wife, you're better off coming out to say the truth and stop. Whatever it is that will cause you not to be the best version of you, we're asking you to stop. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No judgment about what you have done. We want you now to say, hey, I need help. I need to do well. A lot of our people, we have been traumatized and nobody got therapy. Look at even Biafran War. After the war, people, they took all their resources and left them with $20. Nobody asked, what did you see? People were watching bomb throw down and people tearing into pieces and flying everywhere. No therapy. Nobody asked you. People were having nightmares. And people will laugh about it. I remember when we were growing up, there's a guy in our household, in our neighborhood, that always have a nightmare. God knows what he saw. And people will be making fun of it, laughing. Trauma, 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 trauma. And in Africa, we are not allowed to discuss mental health. If you talk about mental health, they will label you Onyara. But we are all Onyara within ourselves. Please continue to help us to share. We are all Ndara within ourselves. Some of us try by lying. There's people that we know all over this Houston. If you tell them good morning, or if they tell you good morning, you better go check the time. They lie. Even though they know you have Apple Watch. They will tell you that they are pharmacists when the damn thing is online where you can go and see that they are not pharmacists or a nurse or whatever. Because all these things are coping mechanisms. Lies, 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 lies. All we are saying is that we need healing. Whatever again is causing you not to be the best version of you, we need healing. We need forgiveness. Those people that we have hurt, we need to reach out to them and ask for forgiveness, because that's how we start. I'm sorry. Allow them to tell you whatever you have done to them, what it has caused them to feel. Listen and offer your apology. I'm sorry. Please, I'll allow my sister to continue. I'm not on the screen. I'm off task here. I get so excited about this kind of thing. Sister, please go ahead. Hello? Oh, it looks like she fell off. I'm not on the screen. Usually when I pull out this PowerPoint, in order for everyone to see it very well, I can see the video in the background. All right, so I will, I don't know if she's, let me see if I can reach her real quick. Please continue to help us to share. We want our people to heal. Okay. Sister, I don't know if you can hear me because I don't see you on the screen anymore. All right. So let's look at acceptance as a guiding principle. Acceptance as a guiding principle becomes a cornerstone of healing journey, which offers us a transformative path towards inner peace and collective harmony. When it comes to healing, acceptance serves as a compass, guiding individuals through the complex of emotions and experience. It begins with self-acceptance, a courageous embrace of one's flaws, scars, and imperfections. And we know, no matter how much you're pretending like you're all that, no matter how much you're pretending like, oh, I'm holier than everyone, we know that you're not. So let's stop pretending and accept who we are. This foundational acceptance creates a space for self-compassion. It allows individuals to break free from the chains of self-judgment and criticism. Acceptance is the recognition that each person carries a unique narrative shaped by experience, both beautiful and challenging. In its essence, it's not about resignation, but about empowerment. It empowers individuals to find meanings in the experiences, acknowledging that growth often springs from the soil of acceptance, and enables participants to let go of the futile pursuit of perfection, creating space for authenticity and vulnerability to flourish.